everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's good to be back. Apologies for not being around on YouTube very much. It's so funny because in my last video I mentioned that now that I'm freelance I have more time for YouTube, and it just was the complete opposite. Things really took off and I was really busy, which is great. But I do want to say sorry about that, because I know there's a lot of new subscribers here. Thanks so much for subscribing and being here. And I know there's also a lot of you that have been commenting and spreading so much love on my videos. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your support, even though I have not been here. So it's really sort of motivated me to pick up the camera again and do a bit more filming. And I mean, I've not had much inspiration on what to film. So I don't know, like talking videos, I feel like, yeah, I don't really have much I want to talk about at the moment. So I thought instead I would just take you on a little slow day of the life. So my partner is actually away this weekend. He's doing some shows, and he was at some shows yesterday as well. So I am pretty much just spending the weekend with myself, which has been really nice. I think it's much well needed. I have definitely been overdoing it with work especially, and I think your body has ways of telling you that. So this weekend has just been really slow. I've really taken time for myself. I've also been quite productive and getting things done around the house, which always makes me feel good, and it really lowers my anxiety. Just doing bits in the house and organising and just getting things done. But today I plan to have a little tidy up of the garden, even though it's just raining. We'll see how that goes, but I want to tidy up the garden a little bit, and I want to make a herb shelf. So we've got like an old palette in the garden, and I was like, I'm sure I can do something with this. And one thing I've always wanted is a herb shelf. I'm not sure how herbs do over the winter, so I need to like do a bit of research on that. But I think I might go to the garden centre and have a little look around, see if I can find anything to make this palette more of a herb shelf. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Maybe put some trays in there. So yeah, that's the plan for today, and I'll take you along with me. Apart from that, I think I'm just going to chill this evening and watch Hocus Pocus 2, because it's actually the day before Halloween. So I love watching like Halloweeny films at this time of year, and I've already watched Practical Magic, which is one of my favourite films. I watched that last night. So I think it's going to have to be Hocus Pocus 2 tonight. I might even fit 2 in, you never know. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. And yeah, let's spend the day together. I'm back from a little trip out. So it turns out they didn't have any herbs at the garden centre, so that's fine. I like getting out anyway. I feel like it makes me more productive when I go out for a little trip and then come back home. It was nice just to get out and see what they had, like in terms of winter plants and things. So I ended up going to the supermarket because I needed to get some food for tomorrow's dinner anyway. And they obviously sell herbs there. So I got a couple of potted ones that only had parsley and coriander. But I would like to get some thyme because I think that is a good herb to keep in the winter. But it has been raining, so I'm gonna make some lunch and then I think I might try and do the herb chat after lunch because I think it's gonna clear it up. But it won't be fully done today. I think I'm just gonna make a bit of progress today and see where we end up and then maybe get some herbs throughout the week. But I'm gonna be having some leftover chilli from last night with some yummy stone baked bread and then yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill. So I'll take you along for the ride. Again, I'm currently just sitting down with my coffee, much well deserved. So it turns out that the shelf I wanted to use for herbs can be used for herbs, but I think it needs some wooden bits on the bottom to sort of help keep the soil in and the plants in. That's my idea anyway, and I was gonna put like layers of wood over the top and just have them sitting there, but I think actually if I can make beds out of the pallet itself, that would look better and it's probably more sustainable in the long run. So I've moved it, as you can see, it's in the right place. I'm just gonna wait until my partner gets home tomorrow and then we'll have another look at it tomorrow. And I'm hoping he can just get some wood, and because we've got loads of old bits of wood, and just screw them onto the bottom and then I can make little beds. So I will show you that when it's done, but today is not the day to do it. I know if I just started, I would have just rushed something and it would have been much harder work to take that apart and do what I actually wanted. So put pause on that, but I did tidy the rest of the garden. I pulled out my old tomato plants that have now gone because it's out of season, which is quite sad because we've got such a good harvest from them this year, but I'll definitely grow some more next year. So I pulled those out and I just did some raking because we have an oak tree sort of on the other side of our garden, so all of the leaves just, I think it's an oak tree, I can't remember, is it oak tree, I'm not sure, just fall. So I just did some raking and like picked up some of those leaves. I didn't do all of them because the garden bin was full, so I just did what I could and it already looks so much better though. And I planted some daisies which were given to me by my in-laws, and so they should come back next year, but they're planted. So yeah, just a bit of a tidy up really, but it feels good to get out and in the fresh air and do a bit of gardening, especially this time of year when it's like autumn. I just love that feeling. So now I'm actually going to crack on with a few bits of work. So if you didn't know, I'm a social media manager and I've just gone freelance, so I'm trying to balance my time a little bit and try not to work at the weekends, but it's really hard not to when you run your own business, like not to work at the weekends or when you've got free time. So I'm just going to do a bit of work, but I'm only really just organising my week for next week, because it is Monday tomorrow, so it's nice to be organised before Monday so I know what to crack on with tomorrow. And I might do a few other bits and pieces, but I will take you along. I'm currently just about to put The Good Witch on. If you love cosy, like Gilmore Girls vibes, like Hallmark Channel vibes, you will love Good Witch if you haven't watched it already. It's basically about this lady called Cassie who lives in a town called Middleton, and it's always cosy there. It's either fall or winter and snowing. So, and she lives in this small town, and she basically is like the town's good witch. And I don't want to turn you off by you thinking this is going to be like a witchy thing. It's not, because she's just like the local like herbalist, really. But there are a few little hints to her, like, you know, being slightly psychic or knowing what people want. But her role is basically just to help the town. But it's such a cozy little watch, and I've watched it so many times. I think I'm on like the 3rd round of watching the seasons all over again. Also, it's a really long running series, and there are about 5 seasons I think on Netflix. So it's a good one to watch like for a long period of time, and I just always put it on in the background when I'm doing something. For some reason I work so much better when there's something on in the background. There's probably some real scientific reason for that, but yeah, I just love when there's something on. I seem to just crack on better, so I'm going to do that now and just do a bit of worky bits, and then I'll catch up with you guys later.
Watching the stars and the city lights. Right from the start, said we never grow apart, dear Wichita. You wanted me to know.
Hello everyone, I'm now in bed, ready to switch off for the evening. I think it's like 20 to 10, which is usually when I try and get myself into bed and wind down. I'm currently reading The Wheel by Jennifer Lane. It's very good. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this type of video. I know that my talking videos, sit down talking videos, have done much better, and a lot more of you have, I don't know, enjoyed those. But I want to know if you like the vlogs, because if you like the vlogs, I can do them more often. And I've really enjoyed just taking you along in day in the life, slow living, but also getting stuff done. It's my motto. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. Have a nice evening/day wherever you are.
And it's kind of strange, don't even know your name.